Today is watch Sarah mess up her recipes, but that's okay because it's still gonna taste amazing.
Go ahead and try it again. You guys tell me.
Better.
You guys think that's gonna hold, but it's not too wet, right? Because we don't want it all sticky, but see how it still looks like bread in there? Go ahead and feel it.
Here, feel.
Okay, don't overhandle it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide this into 2 discs because this makes 2 crusts. So we're gonna get 2 things of
Oh yeah?
out.
Okay. Uh-huh. Hey guys, good morning. I am coming to you today from Denver, Colorado. We are with my brother, my sister-in-law, and their kids and their dogs, and we're having Thanksgiving here. Right, Hope? Are you excited? Today's the day before Thanksgiving. You're gonna see this a few days after, but I just wanted to show you what our kitchen prep day looks like, and I will give you a couple of our recipes that we use for Thanksgiving and Christmas too. This is my sister-in-law, Jill, and she is the master chef, so I just kind of, I bring a couple of little things I do, and then I just help her, really. So I'll show you a couple of good things she's making. She's already teaching the kids how to make her pie crusts. They look good. I buy pie crusts, so I don't know anything about that stuff. I'm starting today with a potato casserole. It's very good. It's very cheesy, which makes it very good. And Kenya, my niece here, she's gonna help me. She apparently loves potato things, making potato things. So that's awesome. And Jill is being so gracious. It's hard to cook in somebody else's kitchen. But she is being gracious to let me. Belle, don't lose hope. I love saying that. Yeah, they got mountains in the front yard. No big deal. So this is the potatoes for the double recipe. This would be 2 9x13s. But I will type out in the description box the recipe for just 1. So I washed these, poked these. The oven's set at 400, and I'm gonna put them in for about 1 hour and 15 minutes. I poked them so they don't explode all over Jill's oven. You're welcome, Jill.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to do my best over here. Jill has a double oven, so I accidentally preheated the small part, but I got them all in there. Today I'm giving you a 2-for-1. I'm gonna show you a second recipe. This one actually is vegetarian, not vegan, vegetarian, and we have it for dinner sometimes. I know Luke and Jill also have it for dinner sometimes too, especially in the winter, fall. It's butternut squash soup. So it's actually a really great meal. It's very thick and creamy, and it's wonderful. If you like butternut squash at all, this is what a butternut squash looks like. And these days you can find it a lot already cut up for you, which helps tremendously because these are a pain. Costco is a great place, I know, and I've seen them in grocery stores too. So it's pretty easy to find already peeled and chopped, but I have done that. We have some already peeled and chopped and some just that I just did right now. And I'm doubling it, of course, but I will link in the description box, or I'll write it out for you, the single recipe too. And even when we make it for our family, we just usually make 1 of this. So it makes quite a bit. And we like to eat it at Thanksgiving around here, like just in a little bowl. I think, Jill, you guys do the same thing.
Yeah.
Just a little bowl.
We serve it as like the first course.
Yes, yes, like that, like that. It is so good. My kids love this one. So this is the double of the 6 cups. And I am going to boil this, and I'll show you from there. I'm gonna add the broth in. Now you can use vegetable broth if you're keeping a vegetarian. I usually make chicken broth at home, so I often use chicken broth. So I guess it's not vegetarian. But any kind of broth. Ooh, I'm spilling all over the place. Nice. So we're gonna put some broth in there. I'm gonna add a little more to just kind of cover it. If you were doing it just a single recipe, it would be 6 cups of the squash, 4 cups of the broth, and then we're gonna add in, it would be half a teaspoon of marjoram. Marjoram? I'm not sure how you say it. That's how I say it. No, I really don't know how to say it. And so I'm gonna do double, I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon. Then you do 1/4 a teaspoon of black pepper, I'll be doing 1/2. About 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, so I'll be doing about 1/4. Next, I'm gonna saute some onion in some butter. Normally I would do this in that big pot before I put everything else in, but I'm a little distracted by not being in my kitchen, and all the things going on around here. So I'm just gonna do it in a separate pan and then put it in the squash in the pot, and then we're gonna boil it. Very easy. For this part, you just do about 4 tablespoons of butter with half an onion, or in my case, I'm doubling it, so it's 8 tablespoons of butter, a stick of butter, and a whole onion. I'm just gonna saute them up. Okay, the onions are in there with the spices and the chicken broth. I'm just gonna bring it to a boil and then turn it down a little, let it cook for 20 minutes. All right, we're back to potatoes. They came out of the oven. They probably sat in there at 400 for an hour and 20 minutes because the baby was crying when the timer went off at an hour and 15. Worked out just fine because they're really huge. I've been making a big batch of baked potatoes at home every week that we keep in the fridge for lunches or kids that are extra hungry. I normally just do them in the pressure cooker and it works out really well, but these oven ones are a little extra good because the skin is nice and crispy, although we're getting rid of that anyway. They're really good this way. And my soup is also just starting to boil, so while those potatoes cool, I'm gonna just turn the soup down here to about medium. And I'll leave the top off and I'll just let it boil for about 20 minutes, or like cook gently. The soup is ready. I let it cool off a little bit, and then I added 2 blocks of cream cheese. Bill likes to do 1/3 fat cream cheese, so I'm doing that. And I'm using an immersion blender. So I just started with 2 blocks because I'm doubling it. And then I'm going to see what the consistency is like, and I may add in 2 more blocks. So I'll add 1 more and then maybe a 4th one. So if you're just doing the regular size amount, you would start with 1 block, try it, see what you think. If you like it really, really creamy, you can go ahead and do the 2nd block. This immersion blender is everything, guys. Otherwise, you need to put it in, you need to transfer it to a blender to blend it with the cream cheese. This is way easier, though. I ended up doing all 4 blocks of cream cheese, and it's still plenty thin for me. Sometimes it gets thicker than this, so maybe that's when it is full fat cream cheese. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna taste it. Mmm.
Is it good?
It's really good.
You're one-handed.
Here, let me hold it for you, Jill. Now, guys, Jill is making a whole bunch of stuff today, so I'm only showing you 2 recipes, but if you want to see everything we're eating, or a lot more of what we're eating, check out her vlog, because they're vloggers. I don't think I said that today, but they have a vlogging channel too, and she is an excellent cook, and she's showing you a lot more than I am, so you can check her channel out. I'll link it down below, and whoa, things are falling. It's crazy here.
It's crazy.
And I'll link one of these immersion blenders too. If you make a lot of soups or purees, you will like it. Okay, it's done. It wasn't quite as easy to double the recipe. I've never done that before, and I wouldn't recommend it. Just do the regular size. I ended up having to add more cream cheese and salt just to make it taste like normal, but I never have that problem when I do it normal. So it is a really amazing, and it's an easy one to make the day before and then just heat up that day. So we'll just stick this in the garage. It's nice and cold out there, and heat it up tomorrow, and that one's done. Okay, those girls are all peeling potatoes for me. Luka just stepped up. He was doing it too, and I am going to... You guys always tell me I should mash potatoes in a KitchenAid, and I don't own one, but Jill does. So I'm like, Jill, can we get out your KitchenAid? She said, sure, and she's teaching me how to use it. So it's kind of cool. I just put these potatoes in here. Whoa, okay. That's why she told me to use this guard.
No, I'm like, I said, Sarah, you might want
Okay. I'm doing it one-handed too. I got some potatoes on the floor, but we got dogs for that. Anyway. Pretty good. This is easy work here. I don't recommend putting it too high a setting. Zoe, we got some potatoes for you.
I didn't get all the way through it.
Gosh, that's what I need in my life, a dog. A dog. Okay, I'm just playing around having fun, but I'm gonna actually add the ingredients here to really mash them up. So this is one batch. I'm doing them separately because I put about 9.5 potatoes in here. So far to this 10 potatoes, I've added 1 cup of sour cream and 1 stick of butter. Next, we're doing half a cup of heavy whipping cream.
Sarah, you're so productive.
Gotta get it done while those kids leave. Solo just took them out to some canyon to hike. Or he's about to.
Actually get some exercise.
They're all waiting.
All of them back.
Yeah, we hope they all come back. Look at all the shortening that Jill has here. Woo! Next is 2 teaspoons of salt. That's my second one. Next. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're saying things that shouldn't be on camera when we're when I'm trying to vote. Next is a teaspoon and a half of, now don't let your mind go places, people. It wasn't that bad. A black pepper, 1.5 teaspoons.
That's what's left.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, I got
You just said not enough.
This thing is pretty cool. Now we're mashing it until chunky smooth. So let's see how well the KitchenAid does for us here. That worked really well. I think it made it chunky smooth, which is what it called for. Sorry, it's not focusing there well. So now I'm gonna take it out and add in 3/4 pound of bacon. Now you're supposed to cook the bacon and then make it into bits, crumble it. I bought some bacon crumbles. So I'm gonna do half the bag in one batch and half in the other. Then I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of green onions chopped up and 3 eggs that are lightly beaten. Next, I forgot to mention, is white sharp cheddar. So I took a 1/2 pound block and I just cubed it up and I'm gonna dump that in there. Okay, I added 3 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, 1/2 cup of the onion, and here's my lightly beaten eggs that I'm gonna mix in there without my tripod and stuff, so you're just gonna, you're not watching me do it as much, but I mixed it all up and I'm gonna butter a 9x13 and pour it in there. Okay, here it is. We are out of a lot of dishes because we're cooking a lot of things, so I'm using this handy thing that we'll be able to throw away when we're done. This handy disposable 9x13. And I was supposed to save half of that shredded grated cheese, that 3 cups, to put half of it on top. So today's watch Sarah mess up her recipes, but that's okay because it's still gonna taste amazing. It looks really good, and I might still add a little more shredded cheese on top. It'll be extra cheesy.
Go!
Okay, so this one you're gonna bake at 375 for 35 to 40 minutes. You want it a little golden brown on top. And I am just gonna put it in the garage, wait till tomorrow, and bake it tomorrow. So you're not gonna watch me put it in the oven and get it back out, but I will show you a picture here of the finished product. It's phenomenal. I think you'll like this. If you like potatoes, if you like cheese, you like bacon and green onions, definitely gotta try this one. I'm gonna go on to making my second batch and then helping Jill with a lot of other things. So thank you guys for watching today. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.